to have another hearing to hear their concerns regarding the cleanup of this property and any impediments to the future use of this property. Thank you. However, I think I just received a letter today that Mr. John Birch has been appointed the acting director of the Chamorro Land Trust Commission for today, and he's here to testify. Okay, so we will proceed. Today's hearing is a follow-up to a previous hearing which was held by the Committee on Health, Land, Justice, and Culture on May 17, 2023. Today's oversight hearing is called to continue the discussion on the critical need for a new hospital, and more particularly, the discussion on the viability of Satpun Point or Ipao Point in Tamuning. This is the location of the old hospital. Sometimes it's called Oka Point, Ipao Point, or Satpun Point, and we're going to call it Ipao Point, according to the advice we received from the Director of Land Management at the last hearing. Okay? It's the site of the old hospital. So it's behind the loop. It was the site used as a debris site after Typhoon Mawar and after other storms as well. All right. To recap, the Army Corps of Engineers in 2019 reported there was an urgent requirement for $21 million in repairs to maintain the hospital's current GMH's accreditation. In response, the legislature established the Hospital Capital Improvement Fund to address essential projects, including repairs to electrical panel and roof, and appropriated $10 million in the FY 2020 budget for those projects. The funding was again reappropriated in February 2020 for capital improvement initiatives in Public Law 3573. The governor at that time noted that she had asked GITA to consider financing options to accomplish intent of the bill, stating, "I hope we can work together to give GMHA the help it needs. No one wants GMHA to wait one day longer than necessary, and we all want to help our hospital right away." The legislature made two further attempts at providing this funding, and a reported surplus of $40.1 million in 2019 and $46.3 million in 2020. Yet the hospital, according to its most recent oversight hearing, never received that money. The assessment of the Army Corps that was published in April 2020 stated that the 21 required by GMH for repairs to support the reaccreditation of the facility and eliminate hazards to life, health, and safety. These repairs consist of roof replacement, exterior building repairs, HVAC repairs, life safety repairs, and fire sprinkler repairs. In the 2021 budget, there was appropriated an additional $15 million for high-priority capital improvement projects, including the electronic health record system, maternal child health upgrades, and electrical panel upgrades. The total then was $25 million, exceeding the Army Corps of Engineers recommendation, but $10 million of the funding, again, according to GMH, was never received. Public Law 3656, sponsored by Senator Joseph Augustine, was again to refunds and FY22 for lease payments for up to 40 years on the lease-to-own basis of a new medical complex. Matrix was contracted by the Guam Economic Development Authority, tasked with developing a medical campus through 9 task orders. There was a requirement for at least 2 presentations on the medical campus to policymakers and to host at least 2 forums for the medical and public health industries due late August 22. Yet there has been no presentation to the Guam legislature regarding that medical complex. In August 2023, the Office of Public Accountability found that GITA was not in compliance with the Guam procurement law and regulations and in contracting with Matrix. Today, we're conducting our second oversight hearing on the viability of EPOW Point because of the pressing need for a new hospital and the stated desire for a medical campus, and to see if we can find any solutions in the middle of that. During the first hearing, there was testimony by medical professionals, to include the Guam Medical Association president and president of the medical staff at the current Guam Memorial Hospital. And sorry, we'll discuss that later. I'd like to right now put up a map of the property, if we could. This is the first slide, thank you. All right, this again was provided by the Department of Land Management at the last hearing. The part in yellow is the property on EPOW Point that is currently reserved for the shrine for our ancestors to be re-enshrined. Those that were removed from other locations, they're going to be placed there. The memorial has been designed, and so that property is set aside. The property right